The Lord bless you, precious heart dwellers. Well, it's been on my heart for a few days, in fact, maybe a week or so, that a certain video went by kind of unnoticed. And I really have been feeling that Holy Spirit is urging me to explain in a little more depth what the Lord wants done here. The video with the penguins explains a lot about new people coming on the channel. And the new people don't have a lot of the foundational teachings about humility and prayer and seeking the Lord and how to get a word from the Lord and spiritual warfare and discernment. And those of you who've been with us for a year or more have had all those teachings, and you still tune in to get the fresh teachings, but the Lord is really wanting you to take a little more responsibility as a spiritual work of mercy for the younger people who come on board. And he really was very clear about it in that other video, and it seemed like nobody paid any attention to it at all, and that kind of grieved me, so that's another reason why I'm bringing it up. And in truth, what are we doing just soaking up teachings and not sharing them with other people? That's not a good thing. And if we haven't learned the lesson that the Lord has given us last and applied it, then why should he move on to another lesson? You know, this is just logic. So let's get this one down and make sure that newcomers to the channel really have a chance to be fed. I'm asking you, all of you who have benefited from the teachings on this site, to take about an hour's worth of time and go to your browser and make a file with a playlist for each thing. For instance, discerning of spirits and spiritual warfare, and grab some videos from our video list and put them in that file. And I'm going to show you a picture of that here in a minute. And another list, maybe on marriage. You can grab a few videos and put them in the marriage list. This is in your browser now, in a file at the top of your browser, so that when new people come on board, you can just go up to the top of your browser. You'll see a file that says YouTube videos, and you open that file and scroll down to a folder that says maybe marriage or discernment or humility or spiritual warfare or getting a word from the Lord. Scroll down in one of those folders that you've set up previously and grab a video out of that folder and drop it into the comments for that person. This is really important, guys. You know, a lot of you were looking for ways to serve the Lord in these last few hours before he comes for us. And he made it really easy for us by giving us this assignment. You can give people words of encouragement. Oh, I'll pray for you, or really on the right track, the Lord bless you. Those things don't mean as much as pointing a person to something else that they can really chew on. I mean, it's very nice that we're all loving on this channel, and that's extremely important. But when we get past that point, we need to feed these new souls that are coming in. This is a spiritual work of mercy, and it's very, very important, guys. So as your mother, so to speak, your spiritual mother, and also the Lord's bride, I was a little grieved that no one took to heart what I said and started doing that. So I'm asking you to take about an hour or maybe an hour and a half. So just to be clear about how we're going to do this, go ahead and open your browser. And at the top of your browser, you have an option called the Bookmarks toolbar. I'm working with Firefox, but all browsers have this option. It's a bookmark option where you can put a bookmark in the very toolbar at the top of your page there. Go ahead and create a folder in your Bookmarks toolbar that says teaching videos or whatever you want to, however you want to label it. YouTube, still small voice, just anything. Make a folder, and then in that folder, add several different folders using the Bible promises, discerning, worship, dwelling prayer, songs for encouragement, and so on. So you have maybe 10 or 15 different folders, and then go through my videos and add to each category a video. Drop it into that second folder under the Bookmarks toolbar. Be sure that you go to the page, drag the address into that folder, and it will bookmark it. Every time you find a video that's good for one of your folders, just drag the address down and drop it into that particular folder. And that way it'll be bookmarked in that folder. It'll be really easy to find. And I like what the Lord just gave me. I went to open my browser to share this with you. Oh boy, he's a lot of fun. Life is like a journey. You can wander around in the wilderness for 40 years, or you can have a safe passage in one day. And that's the reason why we're organizing these folders, is to make it a quick reference, to help people to get through their problems quicker so they don't have to keep wandering around looking for answers. And that gives them a place to start. On our website, we have an index to the teachings, which a couple of really awesome volunteers have put together so that you can search every teaching for certain words. And that's on heartdwellers.org. That would be another link to drop into a box for someone who's looking for a specific teaching. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play that video again. Please hearken to the Lord's voice. You wanted to know how you could gather more souls for Him in these last few weeks of time that we're here? This is it. This is it, because if these souls come to you and they come on the channel, they want to be fed, they've got certain problems, and you give them an answer to their problem through one of the videos, they're going to tell other people about the site, and other people are going to come, people who aren't saved. And that is a spiritual work of mercy that you're doing for the Lord. You're laboring in His vineyard with Him. So please take this request very seriously of His. The Lord bless you with perseverance and a soft heart for the new people, that you take more than just a moment to minister to them. And not just out of your own wisdom, but pointing them into a teaching. That's something the Lord taught on that will have some depth that they can really chew on. My children, there is so little time left to you. Satan has planned all kinds of diversions for you to remove your attention from what is truly important. Right now there are souls languishing that have yet to hear from me. There are missions that in days to come will gather souls to me. There are laborers in the fields who need your support. This is not a time for petty differences. This is not a time to fall into dissension and judgment, jealousies, divisions, and rivalries. No, this is a time to gather round one another tighter than ever. Have you ever seen a penguin protect its young? It's a group effort. They all gather round their young, putting them in the very center of the circle, and close ranks in that circle and protect them. There are many young Christians among you on this channel who still do not know their left from their right hands. Many of them have come from different disciplines, even the occult, but they are yet babes in my ways. There are those among you who have not listened to my teachings on this channel that have formed you who are more mature. I appreciate your kindness and tenderness to one another more than I can ever say. But once you have comforted that soul, direct them to a teaching to refresh and strengthen them. On that note, guys, I just wanted to mention that I have a bookmark folder that says YouTube videos at the very top of my browser, and it lists many of the most commonly needed teachings, like on condemnation and how to get a word from the Lord, and all kinds of things like that. And so when I'm answering a comment in the comments section, all I have to do is open that folder and find the YouTube that would really help them, and drag it down and pop it into the comment box. And then they have a teaching that they can follow up on and can strengthen them. So the Lord went on from here, and He said, their comfort and unconditional love is important, but so are the teachings on this site. I'm asking you to take time to direct them to something solid on the very topic they are in turmoil over. All of you need comfort, love, and acceptance, but understanding is key if you're to withstand the assaults of the devils once you are away from this channel and its support. There are many among you who have come under extreme condemnation and attack, yet you have forgotten who is the author of that and allowed yourself to draw away from me. No more. When you feel condemnation, draw close to me and recognize the source is the enemy trying to disarm and discourage you. When you feel condemned, you dare not counsel or comfort others. It causes you to withdraw. Fight that tendency and come running to me, and I will set you straight. Multiple diversions and divisions have been planned against this channel. Do not allow yourselves to be taken away from my heart. All of you who are heart dwellers, cleave to me and do not allow yourselves to be captivated or diverted by specious arguments, vain imaginings, accusations, and topics that cause division. Recognize these for what they are, insertions of the enemy to take your attention off the things that really matter at this time. Edify, edify, edify one another with scriptural passages, psalms, and exhortations. Share your burdens one with another, and work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Do not allow any souls to leave this channel feeling badly about themselves. Calm and encourage those who come limping in the door, and give them more to feed on from my previous messages. There are those, many of those, who feel so condemned that they've lost hope of being raptured, or that even their salvation is at stake. Tend to these, gently mother them back to health, and point them in the direction of getting their own words from me. They need to know in those dark moments when no one is around. They need to know that I am with them. I love them, and their hope will not be disappointed in me. That is why you've all been taught to seek Rhemas, so you will not be overpowered by the darkness at a time when you're all alone and most vulnerable. When a soul comes on this channel, asking questions because they've heard slander, give them something solid to latch on to, especially the teachings on getting their own confirmations from me. Start them off immediately on cultivating their relationship with me. They're here because they're looking for answers. Yes, give answers, but more importantly, teach them how to get their own answers from me. Until they've cultivated that skill, they'll be at the mercy of the most convincing arguments and deceptions. These times are rife with lies, distortions, theories, and proclamations not from my mouth. And your faith is not one of confusion, but one of clarity, joy, and peace. Yet those who come to this channel have been fed by the world and have had their fill of the world, of religion and churchianity. They're looking for relationship, not only from those who truly care and are real Christians and take the time for them, but relationship with me they can count on. Teach them those skills and refer them to videos that clarify those skills. Take the extra time to make sure that they've latched onto some solid food. Understand that this is a fish gate that has gained notice from the powers of darkness, and many divisive tactics to injure you and the core group have been set into motion. Shun underhanded attempts to cause division and confusion. Cleave to the mandate of all my heart dwellers to love the truth, love your brother as yourself, and love me with all your heart and strength. Do not let pettiness or jealousy gain a foothold here. Run to uplift others and utterly stamp out those things that are repugnant to all of heaven, jealousy and judgment. I say this to you as a caution, because I can see what is planned for this channel. As we draw closer to the moment of supreme truth and sifting, the devils will throw in any kind of device that can injure those who have given their lives to me on this channel. You have all passed through some very rough waters here, and I commend you for your faithfulness. Know that the battles will intensify, so love one another from the heart, tenderly, and rush to each other's side when trouble comes calling. Know that this channel is noted for its brotherly love. There is no mistaking it. It resembles the Church of Philadelphia, the one church I promised that I would keep from the time of testing that is to come upon this earth. That is why I have so readied you all for the rapture. You are that church, and as such you have a solemn obligation to protect the love and concord of everyone who looks to this channel for inspiration and guidance. You have done well, my brides. Just be aware that the enemy is not done with you. Yet, nevertheless, I am with you, and brotherly love will conquer all the enemy has planned to stop you. I love you, my brides, and hold you tightly to my heart. Continue to take draughts of mercy and love from your intimate times in prayer with me, and you will have more than enough to neutralize the poisons that bring disrepute to my name. Love one another as I have loved you.